There is a voice that echoes through the ages, a voice that cannot be silenced, the voice that spoke light into the void and breathed life into dust, the voice that calls you even now to awaken, to rise, to take hold of the destiny for which you were created. You were not born by accident. You are not here by chance. You are not a mistake, not a product of random existence. Before the foundations of the earth were laid, before the galaxies spun in their orbits, before the first light of the sun pierced the darkness, you were known. You were chosen. You were appointed. You were set apart for a purpose greater than yourself, for a mission that transcends the fleeting shadows of this world. And yet so many live as if life is nothing more than survival, as if the days given them are a burden, as if the pain of the past has written the final chapter of their story. But the truth is deeper, higher, greater. Your story is not finished. The author of creation has not set down his pen. What you see as an ending is only a turning of the page. What you thought was loss can become the soil of gain. What you believed was failure can become the ground of victory. Do you not know that every valley can lead to a mountain, that every exile can lead to a homecoming, that every wilderness can become the place of encounter with God? The world will call you weak. The world will tell you that you are broken, disqualified, too late, too far gone. But God calls you chosen. God calls you beloved. God calls you his own. The very things that disqualify you in the eyes of men are the things he uses to qualify you in his kingdom. He chose David, a forgotten shepherd boy, to be king. He chose Gideon, hiding in fear, to be a mighty warrior. He chose Moses, slow of speech, to confront Pharaoh. He chose Esther, an orphaned exile, to save a nation. And he has chosen you. Do not say you are too young. Do not say you are too old. Do not say you are too weak. For the God who called you is greater than your weakness, stronger than your fear, and higher than every obstacle. There is a war over your life. You may not see it with your eyes, but you feel it in your soul. It is the battle between light and darkness, between truth and lies, between hope and despair. The enemy seeks to silence you, to bind you with chains of fear, to bury you in guilt, to drown you in shame. But do you not know? The chains have already been broken. The price has already been paid. The victory has already been won. At the cross, every sin was nailed, every curse broken, every power of darkness disarmed. You are not called to live in bondage. You are called to live in freedom. You are not called to walk in defeat. You are called to walk in victory. You are not called to shrink back in fear. You are called to advance in faith. The time is short. The days are urgent. The hour is late. This is not the time to sleep. This is not the time to waste your life in distractions and meaningless pursuit. This is the time to awaken, to rise, to run the race set before you with endurance. You have only one life, only one race, only one chance to fulfill the calling placed upon you. Do not trade it away for comfort. Do not waste it on bitterness. Do not bury it in fear. For the moment will come when you stand before the throne of the Almighty, and the only thing that will matter is not how much you possessed, not how many applauded you, not how comfortable your days were, but whether you lived the life you were called to live. Whether you fulfilled the mission for which you were sent, whether you touched the lives you were meant to touch, whether you burned with the fire you were meant to carry. Lift up your eyes. Look beyond the struggles of today. See the bigger picture. You are part of a story that began before the foundation of the world and will continue into eternity. You are a thread woven into a tapestry greater than you can imagine. Every act of faith, every choice of obedience, every word spoken in truth, every step taken in love echoes into eternity. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is forgotten. Nothing is in vain when it is done for the kingdom of God. And so I say to you, do not give up. Do not surrender. Do not let the darkness win. Even if you have fallen 1,000 times, rise again. Even if the world mocks you, stand firm. Even if your heart grows weary, press on. For you do not run this race in your own strength. The Spirit of the living God dwells within you. The same Spirit that raised Messiah from the grave empowers you now. The same power that split the Red Sea makes a way for you. The same love that moved mountains for his people will move them for you. This is the time to arise. This is the time to shine. This is the time to live as one who has been set apart. You are not of this world. You are in it, but not of it. You are a citizen of a higher kingdom, a child of eternity. Therefore, live not as though your home is here, but as though your home is in heaven. Live not for the praise of men, but for the approval of God. Live not for what is passing, but for what is everlasting. Live as a light in the darkness, as a beacon of hope, as a witness of his glory. You were born for such a time as this. You were placed in this generation for a reason. Do not look at the darkness and despair. The darker the night, the brighter the light shines. The greater the shaking, the greater the opportunity to stand firm. The more hopeless the world appears, the more powerful the hope you carry becomes. The world does not need more echoes of its despair. It needs voices of hope, voices of truth, voices of life, and you are called to be one of them. Therefore, walk boldly, speak courageously, love relentlessly, forgive freely, give generously, live holy, for your life is not your own. You were bought with a price. You were redeemed with blood. You were set apart for glory. Do not cheapen what has been given you. Do not hide what has been entrusted to you. Do not silence what has been placed within you. Fan into flame the gift of God. Let the fire burn bright. Let the world see that there is hope, that there is truth, that there is salvation, that there is life beyond the grave. Beloved, hear the call. This is not the time to look back. This is not the time to live in regret. This is the time to move forward. Forget what lies behind. Strain toward what lies ahead. Press on toward the goal to win the prize for which you were called. Every step you take in faith matters. Every prayer you lift in faith matters. Every sacrifice you make in faith matters. It may not be seen by the world, but heaven sees. And one day you will see that not a single tear, not a single trial, not a single battle was wasted. For all of it will be woven together into the glory revealed in you. You may feel weak. You may feel weak, but do not fear. His strength is made perfect in your weakness. You may feel broken, but do not despair. He is the healer of the brokenhearted. You may feel small, but do not shrink back. For the smallest seed can move the greatest mountain when joined with faith. You may feel unworthy, but do not doubt. For the cross has declared you worthy. The blood has made you clean. The Spirit has sealed you for eternity. Arise now and do not wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. Today is the day of salvation. Today is the day to choose. Today is the day to rise. Break the chains of fear. Cast off the weight of sin. Let go of the bitterness that holds you. Forgive those who wounded you. Release the pain of the past. Step into the light of his presence. Walk in the freedom of his spirit. Move forward into the destiny prepared for you before the world began. For soon the trumpet will sound and the skies will open and the king will return. Live as one who is waiting for that day. Live as one who longs for his appearing. Live as one who will hear those words, "A well done, good and faithful servant." For in that moment, everything you endured will be worth it. Every tear will be wiped away, every wound healed, every battle crowned with victory. So rise, beloved. Rise and shine. Rise and walk. Rise and live. For your time is now. The call of God on your life is not a whisper meant to be ignored. It is a trumpet sounding in the wilderness of this age, crying out for you to awaken, to step into the identity that heaven has declared over you. Too long you have allowed the world to define you. Too long you have believed the lies of the enemy. Too long you have let fear sit on the throne of your decisions. But fear is a liar. Fear is a thief. Fear has no power over one who walks in the light of the Almighty. For perfect love casts out fear, and that love is yours today. Do not wait for someone else to rise. Do not say, "When I am stronger, then I will obey." Do not say, "When the circumstances are better, then I will walk." If you wait for the perfect moment, you will wait your life away. The call of God does not wait for conditions to be favorable. The Red Sea did not part before the Israelites stepped forward. It parted because they stepped forward. The walls of Jericho did not fall before the shout. They fell because of the shout. The miracles of God are not given to the cautious, but to the courageous, not to those who hesitate, but to those who believe. What is faith if not the courage to walk when you cannot see, the strength to stand when everything tells you to bow, the boldness to believe when the evidence is against you? Faith is not the absence of struggle. Faith is the choice to trust in the midst of struggle. Faith is not the removal of the storm. Faith is the anchor that holds you steady through the storm. Faith is not the guarantee of comfort. Faith is the assurance of his presence, the certainty that he is with you and will never forsake you. Beloved, the world does not need more spectators. It needs witnesses. It does not need more voices of compromise. It needs voices of conviction. It does not need more shadows. It needs light. And you are that light. You are that witness. You are that voice. You are the vessel through which heaven's glory will be revealed to the earth, but you must choose. Every day you wake is another day of choice. Will you walk by faith or by sight? Will you live for eternity or for the moment? Will you serve the kingdom of God or the kingdom of self? These are not small choices, for each one builds a life. Each one shapes eternity. The choices you make in secret, the decisions you take in the silence of your heart, will one day be shouted from the rooftops of heaven. Live, therefore, as one who knows the weight of eternity. Walk as one who knows that heaven is watching, that angels stand witness, that the King himself sees your every step. Do not despise small beginnings. The greatest oak begins as a small seed. The mightiest river begins as a trickle. The most powerful movement begins with one heart surrendered. Your life may seem small now, your influence insignificant, your strength weak. But if God is with you, who can be against you? One shepherd boy with a sling brought down a giant. One young girl with courage saved a nation. One man with a cross changed the world. And if God did that through them, what could he do through you? You may say, but I am not worthy. And you are right, you are not. None of us are. Worthiness is not the requirement. Surrender is, faith is. Availability is. God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. He does not look for ability, but for availability. He does not need your strength. He needs your yes. Say yes to him. Say yes when it is hard. Say yes when it costs you. Say yes when the world mocks you. Say yes when everything within you wants to say no. For every yes to God becomes the seed of a miracle. Every yes becomes the beginning of transformation. Every yes shakes the powers of darkness. Every yes echoes in eternity. The time is now. Too many have wasted their lives saying, tomorrow I will rise. Tomorrow I will forgive. Tomorrow I will believe. Tomorrow I will live. But tomorrow is not promised. Life is but a breath, a vapor, a shadow that passes quickly. What you do today matters more than you know. Do not bury your calling in procrastination. Do not silence the spirit with delay. Do not let the fire burn out with excuses. Stir up the gift within you now. Step into the waters now. Open your mouth now. Shine your light now. For today is the day. There will come a day when you will look back on your life. On that day, you will not care about the opinions of men. You will not care about the wealth you gathered. You will not care about the comfort you pursued. You will only care about one thing. Did you live for him? Did you run your race? Did you fulfill your calling? Did you pour out your life as an offering for the one who gave his all for you? And so I urge you, beloved, live now for what will matter then. Live now for what will echo into eternity. Live now for what will last when all else is gone. For the kingdoms of this world will fall, but the kingdom of God will stand forever. Lift your head, strengthen your knees, take courage. For the Lord your God goes with you wherever you go. The same God who spoke to Abraham speaks to you. The same God who walked with Elijah walks with you. The same God who called the fishermen calls you. The same God who raised Messiah from the dead lives in you. Therefore fear not. Stand firm. Move forward. The trumpet is sounding. The call is clear. The time is now. Rise, for your light has come and the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. There comes a moment in every life when the ordinary can no longer contain you. When the world's definitions fall away, when the lies that once held you no longer have power, that moment is now. For too long you have been listening to the voices that told you that you are too small, too broken, too late, too far gone. But those voices are not the voice of truth. The voice of truth calls you higher. The voice of truth calls you deeper. The voice of truth calls you to rise. Do not let your past imprison you. The past is a shadow, and you are not called to live in the shadows. The past is a grave, and you are not called to dwell among the dead. You are called to life. You are called to freedom. You are called to a destiny greater than the chains that tried to bind you. Every wound can become a testimony. Every failure can become a stepping stone. Every tear can water the soil of a greater harvest. Do not despise what you have gone through, for even in the fire God was shaping you. Even in the valley he was preparing you. Even in the breaking he was molding you for something greater than you can now see. Look at the pattern of God's dealings with his people. Joseph betrayed, yet lifted to a throne. Moses exiled, yet chosen to deliver a nation. David rejected, yet anointed as king. Esther hidden, yet raised for such a time as this. Daniel in exile, yet given visions of the future. The disciples fearful, yet transformed into bold witnesses who turned the world upside down. And you Yes, you are part of the same story. The God who called them has called you. The Spirit who empowered them empowers you. The mission that burned in them burns now in you. Stop measuring your worth by the standards of this world. The world crowns the wealthy, the powerful, the celebrated, but God crowns the humble, the faithful, the surrendered. The world looks at outward appearances, but God looks at the heart. The world says you are defined by your mistakes, but God says you are defined by His mercy. The world says you are what you have done, but God says you are what He has done for you. Do not believe the lie that you have nothing to offer. The boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish had little, but in the hands of Messiah it became abundance. The widow with a jar of oil had little, but in the hands of the Almighty it became overflow. What you have, though it seems small, though it seems weak, though it seems insignificant, can change the world when placed in His hands. Your words, your prayers, your love, your faithfulness, these are the seeds of eternity. Sow them, and heaven itself will take notice. You are called to be more than a spectator in this life. You are called to be a witness, a warrior, a vessel of light in a darkened world. Too many live as if their lives do not matter, as if they are merely drifting through time, waiting for the end. But you are not called to drift. You are called to run. You are not called to hide. You are called to shine. You are not called to fear. You are called to overcome. There is a destiny that rests on your life, a calling written into your being before the foundation of the world. You may not see it all now. You may not understand the path, but every step, every trial, every victory, every delay is part of the story being written. Do not give up in the middle of the story, for the ending is glorious. Do not let despair steal your faith, for the promise is sure. Do not let the night convince you that the dawn will not come, for the morning always breaks and the light always returns. The days we live in are not ordinary days. The nations rage, the foundations shake, the world trembles. Darkness covers the earth, confusion reigns, fear spreads. But do not be afraid, for these are the days in which the light must shine brightest. These are the days in which courage must rise. These are the days in which the faithful must stand. And you were born for such a time as this. Do not say, "Oh, why was I born in these days of chaos?" You were placed here by divine appointment. The Almighty entrusted this hour to you. He believed you could carry His light in the midst of darkness. He believed you could run your race in the midst of turmoil. He believed you could shine in the night. And if He believes it, then it is true. For He does not make mistakes. He does not choose in error. He does not misplace His children. Therefore, rise. Rise above the fear that grips the world. Rise above the compromise that weakens faith. Rise above the distractions that waste your days. Rise above the bitterness that poisons your heart. Rise above the lies that tell you it is too late. Rise, for your light has come. Rise, for the glory of the Lord has risen upon you. Rise, for the kingdom of God is at hand. Do not wait for the perfect conditions to live your calling. There will never be perfect conditions. There will always be storms. There will always be giants. There will always be Red Seas. But miracles happen in the storm. Victories are won against giants. Seas part only when you step forward. Do not wait. Move now. Act now. Believe now. Speak now. Love now, forgive now, shine now. For soon the day will come when time will be no more. When the trumpet will sound, when the sky will be rolled back, when the King will return. And in that moment, the only thing that will matter is whether you live for Him, whether you fulfilled your calling, whether you ran your race, whether you burned with the fire of His love. Do not waste your life on what cannot last. Do not trade eternity for dust. Do not sell your birthright for a bowl of stew. You were made for more. You were made for glory. You were made for eternity. Beloved, the Spirit of God is calling you now. Do you hear His whisper? Do you feel His stirring? Do you sense His fire? Do not quench it. Do not ignore it. Do not resist it. Yield to it. Surrender to it. Let it consume you. Let it burn within you. Let it move you to live a life not of this world, but of the kingdom to come. You were called out of darkness into His marvelous light, that you may declare His praises to a world in need. You are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are not forgotten. You are His. And because you are His, your life matters. Your words matter. Your prayers matter. Your faith matters. Your love matters. So live as if eternity is real, because it is. Live as if heaven is watching, because it is. Live as if the King is returning, because He is.